Good people, we as fans have always and probably and most likely will always have our favorite players and individuals that we believe might be the greatest player of all time in any given sport. In the NBA, majority of the people feel that the NBA's GOAT is one Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and in my eyes, it's not even close. That said, within these last 7 to 8 years, they have seen to be this push to try and discredit MJ, whether it's he played against weak competition or he couldn't win without Scotty. And it's even gone so far as to suggest that MJ couldn't go left. Now, the new thing to discredit MJ for his accomplishments and for his greatness, to try to knock him down a peg, to get him on the level of some other players, we already know who they talking about, is to discredit him for when he won the Defensive Player of the Year and to try and make this case that, well, if we take away this award because he technically shouldn't have won it, then now Jordan might not be the reigning, defending, undisputed GOAT of the NBA. There's this person that goes by the name of Tom Haberstroh who wrote an article recently claiming that when Jordan won the Defensive Player of the Year award back in the 1987-88 season, that the reason why he won is due to his steals being inflated at home versus the road. Now, I've heard of this reporter before, I believe, and where do I remember him from? Oh, yeah. He's that guy that was hating on Kobe and was trying to claim that Dirk was actually a more clutch player than him, even though on the same slide that he provided from his stats, he had Rudy Gay at number one as far as clutchness. And when challenged by T Mac to say that Rudy Gay was more clutch than Kobe, well, Tom decided to tuck his tail between his legs and to quote good old JR, "Run like a little scolding dog here." Now he's back at it again with this nonsense in the name of trying to boast you know who into equal footing with MJ. Look, let me just say that even if you took away the Defensive Player of the Year award from MJ, he's still a 9-time first team all defensive player. So to me, it doesn't make him any less of a defender or the GOAT for that matter. Since Tom brought this up, looking back at this year in particular, I think I can make the case that even if you took away Jordan's steals, he should have won the Defensive Player of the Year award anyway. When we take a look at other defensive stats from this year, where Jordan ranked, he was second in DBPM. He was second also in defensive win shares. He was first in win shares per 48, and then fourth in DRTG. Top five in all of those metrics. If we compare him to the second and third place finishers that year in Mark Eaton and Akeem Olajuwon, two great defenders in their own right, Jordan led them overall in all of these metrics. People like Tom, who believes more in narratives rather than actual facts, could have looked into this and figured out that Jordan won the Defensive Player of the Year not just because of how many steals he averaged, but because he was actually just a really great defender that year. I've talked about this before on this channel when I compared MJ and LeBron player for player, and on defense, MJ is just the better defender. No amount of propaganda spin is going to change that. Matter of fact, just for fun, since we're about bringing up old stuff now, let's look at the year LeBron and his paid media talking heads and himself likes to complain about, and that's him losing the Defensive Player of the Year award back in 2013 to Marc Gasol. When you compare the two players, since Mark, of course, finished first and LeBron, I believe, finished second that year, in these same metrics that I brought up for MJ, Mark, and Hakeem, well, Mark beats him in dang near every category, just about. Heck, even if you dropped 88 MJ into this year, LeBron still doesn't even beat him out for the Defensive Player of the Year award. They know that when you stack up their GOAT to the real one, he just doesn't match up. Again, if you don't have MJ as your GOAT, I mean, again, you're a fan, it's your right to do it. Everybody's opinion is subjective, and that's fine. But if you have to make your case by turning into Simone Biles of mental gymnastics to make your argument, then chances are your player is doing what Larry Bird said back in the '88 three-point contest, and that is they're just playing for second.